Well, here we are with Spike. Spike is Mason's lizard, specifically a bearded dragon. And Spike's story is kind of interesting. Spike was at PetSmart, and we went looking over 2 years ago for pets for the kids. They were both interested in lizards because they saw one of their friends had a leopard gecko. And we went into PetSmart and we found a really cool fancy bearded dragon, which is just a different color variety. And Abby wanted that one. And Mason didn't originally want a bearded dragon, but then we saw this guy who was tiny, about this. That's Lindsay's hand in the frame, about the size of Lindsay's finger, but not even all the way up to the knuckle. Little bitty things. Oh, there she goes. She's taken off. And Spike's tail, you can see, is kind of black and discolored at the very bottom. Even as a little baby, about most of it was gone, completely gone in the cage. And the person at PetSmart told us that it had been bitten off because they tend to get aggressive with each other in the cages. So over time, Spike's tail just grew out tremendously. By the way, they decided to just give Spike to Mason, and Mason said, you know, this little guy, it turned out we thought it was a guy, it's a girl. This little girl is not perfect, but I'm going to adopt her because she's not perfect and love her to death. And he has. So as she's grown, her tail is really long and would have been, you know, I'll pan down here, would have been even, you know, several inches longer by this time. At some point we'll get a video up of Cleo. This is Spike, and Cleo is Abby's. And Abby's is, of course, even bigger, longer, because it has a full tail. This one right now, to put this in sort of perspective, you can see by Lindsay's hand, but they're getting to the point where they're almost as big as small cats. Certainly bigger than a kitten, and but they weigh an amazingly small amount. And then she feeds them all kinds of goodies, peppers and sliced up apples. They love all kinds of berries, and yeah, there you are. There's your little face, huh? Mm-hmm. And of course, since their eyes are on the sides of their head, they have monoscopic vision instead of stereoscopic like people. So just like a fish or something, to look at you, they look like that. Now she's looking directly at me because they use the sides of their head, and that they're not predatory because their eyes are on the sides of their head, unlike us humans that have our eyes up front to judge speed and distance and things from our prey. Just a fascinating little creature. Just gentle as can be. Looks like a baby dinosaur. And of course, Lindsay has become an expert. She cuts their nails and takes care of them, and this one adores Lindsay. It's supposed to be Mason's pet, but it adores Lindsay because she shows it the most love consistently, hand feeding and taking care of it. So that's Spike.
There's some more. There's an apple. Nope. Are we done? Are we done?
What's taken me a little bit of time to get used to is that reptiles move very quickly. It's almost like they conserve their energy because of their heat requirements and how they need heat all the time. So when they move very quickly. Almost like a rattlesnake. A lot of lizards, you know, turtles will scamper away and then stop. So this one's the same way. When it decides to do something, it does it really fast. And we have that, I don't know what kind of memory, you know, muscle memory in our bodies, that when you see a reptile move fast, you pull your hand back. And this one would never hurt a fly. But when it goes to eat something, it almost strikes at it. And Lindsay's a cool customer. I always go, ah! So there's Spike. All right. Bye, Spike. We'll see you later.
Say bye-bye.
Wave bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.